Hey guys, welcome back to another episode Up and Running. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Alright, on today's episode, there's going to be no real topic. We're just going to kind of go walk around Up and Running and see what's new. I know it's been a while since I put out a video. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I've been sicker than a dog. I'm one of those people who never get sick. And I've been really sick twice this year, or at the end of 2020, so I haven't done a whole lot. I literally can't even remember the last time I missed a day of work because I was sick. And I missed several days at the end of the year. It was just miserable. And then I hurt my neck really bad. I think when I walked into the end of the lift and did the little number on my eye, I think I jacked up my neck really bad, and my arm's been tingling. I've been going to the doctor and the chiropractor for that, so it's always something. You know how that goes. So anyway, we're going to walk around here and show you a few things that are new and interesting. We're going to give you an update on the Blazer. And I don't know, who knows what else will pop into my head when we walk around. So I hope you enjoy it. I know we've got a couple vehicles that need some attention, so we're going to work on those. A couple oil changes, and who knows what else. So have fun. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to show you guys, we got a new 4-post lift. Ed picked this up. It's kind of cool. This is one of these where you can put casters on it and roll it around, so it's not actually attached to the floor. You can attach it to the floor, but you don't have to. This has got the attachment on it where you can still lift up a car and take all the wheels off and things like that. There's trays back here, where you can set things on or, drip oil into or, whatever the case may be. A lot of people will use these at their home and they'll lift it all the way up and, drive cars underneath it to, for extra storage. So this one happens to be an Advantage Lift brand. And we've been using it for a little while and it's kind of nice. Those are the casters. We got to get some hooks to get those somewhere to hang up so they're not just laying around on the floor. But overall it's a nice lift. It's a nice addition. It doesn't do everything that a 2-post lift does. There's an advantage to having both styles of lift laying at the shop. If you're gonna do a building and put a couple lifts in, I would recommend one of each. So this is our new lift. Let's go walk around a little bit and see what else is new here. Alright, so this engine, there's a transmission, I think it's still sitting outside. It's out of one of the old Chevy trucks. We're going to be using this on a Blazer project that we got coming up. Although I'm not exactly sure when we're going to do it, but we at least got the engine ready for it. This came out of a tan truck that's outside, and I'll go out there and show you which one it is. I tell you right now, we have been just swamped here, and it's been tough to do any of the fun stuff or any of the projects that that we really want to do. But so this truck right here is the one that engine and transmission came out of. This is going to get parted out and go away. Like everything else, we'll take everything off it that's good, so nothing goes to waste. But that's where that engine came out of. You can see, there's been a bunch of stuff taken off this truck already. You can also see it's cold. Look at the frost. But anyway, let's go up front and I'll show you a couple things that are going on up there. So we had a silver and blue Chevy 3/4 ton diesel We have that and a hood left. That's all that's left with that. We've either used some of the parts or Ed sold a couple off of them. You know, so that's all that's left of that truck. This is a customer's truck right here. We're going to be putting a transmission in that. So let's walk over here, see what's new. So right on the other side of this blue Suburban here, we had that Blazer, and if you notice, there was a green 79 Chevy pickup that used to sit in that spot. We sold that truck to a guy who puts LS engines in them, and you know, he likes the two-wheel drive half-ton, like, you know, what we have here. So Ed sold him that green truck, and so he's going to do a LS swap into that, and that truck's going to live again. You know, that's the kind of stuff we like, is to see these old trucks get back on the street again. There used to be a while back another truck that sat right here, and the same guy that bought that green one and is putting the LS engine in it did that to this truck too. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any pictures of it. I'm gonna dig back through my stuff and see if I can come up with one, but I don't think I have any other pictures of that. This particular guy, I actually featured him in one of his trucks in an earlier episode. I'll dig that up for you and put some information on that in the video here so you can see that as well. All right, a buddy of ours stopped by today with this 1970 Chevy pickup. He's going to pull it up so I can video it a little better. This truck sounds awesome. You can see this is a pretty good truck. Let's go inside and do a Blazer update and see what's been going on. All right, so here's the Blazer, and you're ready for the big reveal. This is going to be exciting. I know you guys are going to love this, and there it is. Ed put the side marker light in. I know, not a lot of crazy progress. I hadn't mentioned this to you guys, but Ed had knee surgery a few weeks back, and so he's been hobbling around here on crutches. It's kind of funny. We're just getting to be a couple of old men, and with all our problems, him with his knee and me with my neck and arm, and it's been crazy. We haven't had a lot of time for the projects, for the fun projects anyway. All right, we got a new lift here. I'm going to try it out. It's time to change the oil in the Super Bee. We'll see how it is doing the first oil change on this lift. It's kind of a nice, this is a 4-post lift, and you can wheel it around, which is kind of neat. It's got casters that you can put on it and roll it around, so it's not attached to the floor. It's just sitting here. I'm saving the oil because I will use this in some old cars, some other old cars. This hasn't been in here that long, but time-wise, it's been in here like a year. And so I want to change it, but you know, it's still in pretty good shape, so I can use this in some other beater car, you know, just to get it running, or you know, something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the oil. All right, so I always let this sit for a while and drain, just so it's a tiny little drip. That way the more oil out of there, the better. So I'm going to let it drip for a little while yet. And this one will run everywhere too, so. So it works better to get it out over here usually. There we go. All right, let's get this filter screwed on. All right, nice and snug. And now let's put some oil in. All right, I forgot, grease. Let's grease the joints. I always wipe off every single joint before I hit it. That way I'm not injecting any grease in there. All right, I'm going to check the rest of the coolant levels as well. That looks good. Looks like we just need a tiny bit of power steering fluid. I'm going to grab some of that. It's not going to take much. It's not very low at all. I just recently checked the transmission fluid, so I know that's good. So I think that's everything. The belts look good. Nice and snug. So I think we're good for another year. Let's fire it up. All right, we're done for another year. All right, today I'm going to change the oil in the F250. It's been just right at a year, maybe a pinch over since I changed the oil, but it hasn't had that many miles on it. It's maybe only had 1,000 miles on it. But I like to change oil at least once a year. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's take a quick walk around underneath here so you guys can see what this looks like. So this is a 2000 model with the diesel, the 7.3 liter diesel. For some reason, since this truck was new, I always get a drip of oil on the bottom of the filter when I go to change it. You can see this truck's pretty clean. I guess it's 21 years old now. Looks like next time I change the oil, I should probably put a new washer on there. This one looks like it's starting to get a little old. I'm going to catch this oil and use it in some old stuff that, you know, has been sitting a really long time, since this doesn't have that many miles on it. And besides, it's, you know, being diesel oil, it'll be good for that. I always check to make sure that gasket stays on the filter. I had one just the other day that stayed on the car. So this truck takes 3 of these, so 15 quarts. I'm going to go ahead and fill the filter so I can get that put on. I always look at the gasket on the filter too to make sure it looks good. Put a little oil on the gasket. Let that settle down in the filter for a little bit. Put a little more in and then we'll put it on. Oh, nice and snug. And I'll clean any gunk off the plug, and I'll put that back in. Alright, so this is getting Motorcraft 15W40 diesel motor oil. All right, let's fire it up. Make sure we got oil pressure. underneath, and if there's nothing running out, we'll be done. Looks dry under there, so the oil level was good. I know I put 15 quarts in. What I usually do is just take it for a spin, usually like take it home and then check it one more time at home. So I think we're done. All right, that's going to wrap it up for another episode Up and Running. I hope you enjoyed it, and be sure to come back next time, and who knows what we'll mess around with. Thanks for watching. Forgot to turn the camera on when I shut the hood. All right, here we go. All right, we're done for another year.